Mic check, 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? Man, welcome to another episode of Sunday Stack Up. We used to do these a while ago. I kind of got away from them, trying to get back into it. Just want to make sure I have a good routine down before we say Sunday Stack Up. I did change it to investment stack up. And as you can see from the thumbnail, we're gonna ease your mind today, man. If you're over there worried about the stock market, worried about the crypto market, we're gonna ease your mind today. We're gonna do a couple things here and go over a couple things that if you're invested, that you may be spending time worrying when you could be doing something else. I'm gonna go ahead and bring myself in here. Hope everybody's having a happy Sunday. I'm sure a lot of people are watching football, but hey, man, I'm not really worried about football. I'll catch the replay. Hey, welcome to Investing with Rod, everyone. My name is Rod, and on this channel, we talk about stocks, crypto, exchange traded funds, or ETFs. But more importantly, we show you how to invest with a little amount of money out of your pocket, whether it's on a weekly, a monthly, or a payday basis. Hey, we're just going to show you how to do it. But today, what I really want to do, and I'm not going to make this a long, drawn out live stream. Really, it's going to depend on your interaction. We're going to have a little fun too. I'm going to be starting something today that I actually intended to start last week. Kind of schedule didn't permit it, but we're going to actually be picking some stocks. I'm going to pick some stocks that I think are going to do well this coming week. And then we're going to let the viewers pick two stocks. Now, we're going to probably go by majority. If you already got some stocks in mind, you can go ahead and throw them in the comments. Hey, what's going on? Why Loves to Motivate, part of the executive team here at Investing with Rod. Thank you. We got four real homies in the crib. I am broadcasting from the Dallas-Fort Worth area, not far from AT&T Stadium where the team named the Cowboys play. But anyway, man, hey, but I want to jump right into it. I want to just get right into it. The first thing I'm going to talk about is share price. Share price. When you look at any investment platform, a lot of people, there's a myth. I was on the phone yesterday, and there's a myth that when people see a price, let's just say Amazon, for example, around $228 per share, when people see that, they automatically assume that you need, what's going on? Just asking, how you doing? Hey, if y'all didn't check it out, Just Asking was a special guest on Investing with Rod earlier in the week. Had an hour live stream on the Investing Simplified series, just basically talking about saving and budgeting. We didn't get into stocks, but today we're going to get down into it, y'all. So if you see a stock price, don't think that you have to have $228 if you're looking at Amazon. On Robinhood, that's why I'm using Robinhood. You can get a slice of the pie. I always say the entire stock price, that's the entire pie. The price is the pie. But we're just trying to get a slice of the pie. Now, if you have $228 and you want an entire pie, by all means, go ahead and get that. But if you don't, and if you're like Rod, when you step into a mom and pop restaurant or a soul food spot, I don't go in there and get a pie. I just, hey, let me get a slice of sweet potato pie, pecan pie. And that's what we're doing here, man. I'm going to break it down where everybody can understand it. But let's talk about this whole, everybody's worried. Everybody's scared. I'm just we're gonna paint some pictures today. Not really. This ain't sipping paint and all that. We're gonna paint some pictures, but we're gonna do it right here, sitting down together. You can be standing up, exercising. I don't care what you're doing, but we're gonna break this down for you. Everybody is looking at it's more so crypto than stocks, but everybody is seeing all these prices go down. And retail investors, we are retail investors. We're everyday people. We are worried. We is me. I'm part of this we. We are worried because we're seeing our hard-earned money deteriorate. It's going down. I've lost 20%, 30%, all kind of percentages when it comes to crypto. But I have to look at the bigger picture. Now, the painting is coming into play. I have to look at the bigger picture. Before I go any further, if you haven't done so, hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. It's going to be right next to subscribe. Make sure you hit all. It's going to default to personalized. If you leave it there, you're never going to get a notification. You select all every time I go live, every time I drop a video. Don't mean you have to watch it right then and there. There is no penalty. You can watch the replay. At least you'll be notified. And share this out. Tell somebody about it. All right, getting back to it. Now, we're going to paint right now. I want y'all to just think about it. When you think about, everybody's talking about AI. Everybody's talking about AI is here. AI is coming. AI is in the air. AI is in space. AI is taking a job. All you hear is AI, AI, AI. One of the things that when I train people in the military and when I train people as a director, a sales director at a car, several dealerships, I always told my people, man, understand what you're reading. You hear everybody running around. Oh yeah, my Wi-Fi is not working. I did a test one day at work. My Wi-Fi is not working. We don't have any Wi-Fi. It's okay. I tell you what, I'm gonna buy anybody in here lunch. If you could tell me, what does Wi-Fi mean? What does it stand for? What does that acronym stand for? It stands for Wi-Fi, right? No, it's wireless fidelity. You need to understand what you're sitting up here spitting out every day. So AI. Oh, it's artificial intelligence. What do you know about it? It's going to take our jobs. All right, what else do you know about it? I'm telling you, it's been around. They're just now talking about it. But if stocks, if you got your Google, your Nvidia, last week everybody was going, a week before everybody was going bananas over Nvidia's price dropping. They had earnings, they profited, but the stock went down. I don't get caught up in all that trivial stuff. All I look at is the big picture. I ain't got time to paint the little picture. I'm looking at I can't paint it, so I ain't trying to get up in no little bitty picture. I need a big old picture. You know how you go to the sip and paint class? They ain't looking for Picasso. They looking for Rod who can't paint. That's why you got that big old easel, and you could go in there with a whole house paintbrush and paint a picture. It's a smoke screen, ladies and gentlemen. If all AI stocks are going down, but all they're talking about is AI, it's common sense tell me it's gotta go back up. It's a whoop-de-whoop. It's a slip it on a banana peel. It's whatever you want to call it. But at the end of the day, it don't even make sense. I'm here to relax your mind. I ain't even worried. I'm on here live. I'm losing money left and right. What's going on? How you say that? K's World. Hopefully I ain't messed it up. Anyway, I should be crying. I shouldn't even be live. I done lost so much money right now. I should be somewhere with like a whole bucket of Kleenex, not a box, a bucket. But I'm breathing. For y'all don't know or wasn't watching, I lost $12,000 the first week of the pandemic in 1 week. I lost a whole month's salary plus some in 1 week. I didn't even break a sweat because I knew it was going to go back up. You have to believe in what you're investing in. If you're invested in Google, a top AI company, if you're invested in Nvidia, Taiwan Semiconductor, SMH which is the whole semiconductor ETL, and all they're talking about is AI, which really may want to concentrate the energy that you're using to focus on all your money going away and going and running and taking it out and have, oh my God, I got to get my money. What I would be doing is preparing myself to become educated on a job, learn AI, get familiar with AI. So if they're going to have somebody to do this AI stuff. It ain't going to just be AI. Become one of those people. Make yourself valuable. I keep saying, you are the CEO of YOU. You're the CEO of you. Make yourself marketable. I was always taught that even before I got a degree. If you're marketable, if you have up here, it don't matter what you got on paper. You know how many interviews I went to and smoked people with degrees because I had it up here. I don't care what your paper say. You put all kind of letters, BA, BM, BS. That's what it really was, MA. But do you have the KNOWLEDGE, the knowledge? Do you have the knowledge? That's what I want to know. When I was doing the hiring, I don't care how many degrees you got. Talk to me. Tell me what you know. And that's what I want people to see. So stop worrying about stuff that's not going anywhere. Now let's talk about crypto. I'm going to show y'all this on the screen. Let's talk about crypto. Bitcoin, and I'm going to pull it up in a minute. I'm just going to tell you, we still in the paint class before I start pulling up screens. Bitcoin on October 6th was 124,000 a coin. Right now it's about 90,000. I'm not a mathematician, but that's like $34,000, $36,000. Do I like it? Yep. I'm probably the few. I bet you if I took a poll right now, how many people like that, people are going to say, oh, I don't know about that, man. Right now, if you're in the crypto, and I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not a fiduciary, you need to do your own research. This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Consult a professional. I'm just taking you on my journey. And I'm trying to make people think about and look at the big picture. Bitcoin is going down. It's gone down. It's not. It may keep going down, but it's already gone down. XRP is in the news lately. Everybody's talking about XRP. Man, I'm losing my money on XRP. And I think the people that are worried about XRP are the people that bought at the $3 range when it was $3.05 because they were FOMOing, a fear of missing out. The people that possibly bought it at a lower price when it was on sale, like it's doing right now, they're not as worried because they're not losing as much money. They didn't wait until they got to the peak. They bought it low, and then you sell high. I sold some XRP. I profited. I furnished a whole apartment with XRP. I took profits. As soon as they started talking about creating an XRP ETF, I took profits. And ETF is exchange traded fund. Let me break this down to y'all. What they're doing, what the big picture's doing, they're creating these ETFs, a Bitcoin ETF, the Ethereum ETF. They were talking about a Doge ETF. I don't know what happened to that. And an XRP ETF, a Solana ETF. If you go to your bank any day next week and say, hey, I want to put some some crypto, not stock, crypto, some Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Cardano, I could keep going and going. You want to put that in your 401k, you want to put it in your account or your wealth management account, you can't do it. That's why they created the ETF. So now they can put it over there in the stocks and ETF basket. And everybody can put it in their Roth IRAs. They can put it in their 401ks. They can have it in there. I'm with Chase. I got it in my wealth management account, my JP Morgan wealth management account. The ETF. What's up, Insomniac? What's going on? ETF. I don't have any Bitcoin at Chase because you can't do it. Now, I want y'all to hear this out. They just created an XRP ETF. I just bought 2 of them. I don't know why, but I just like to be. There are 2 types of people. There are those that are in the parade and those that are watching the parade. Go to any parade. Them the only 2 types of people you'll see. You'll see the people that are in it and the people that's watching. I'm trying to be with Mickey and Minnie and Donald Duck. I want to be in the parade. I don't want to be watching it. That ain't fun enough. And plus, you got to stand out there too long. I want to be in the parade so I can pass by and go back inside. Be in the parade. If you become knowledgeable about this, why are they creating in the financial institutions? Go and see who created the XRP ETFs. It wasn't the local bank down the street by the mom and pop shop. It was the iShares, the BlackRocks, the big dogs. They're creating this. Now, this is what you need to do. Pull out one of these things. If you ain't got no phone, can't type fast, pull out a notebook, write fast, get a crayon. I don't care what you do. The retail investors, this is what's going on. The retail investors are scared, and I'm a retail investor. We're scared because we're losing our money, and what are we doing? Boy, we can't get on a phone, a computer, a laptop, or nothing quick enough to sell our stock because it lost some money, or sell our crypto because it lost some money. But you have retail investors. That's us. We're the guppies. I'm a guppy. I'm just going to say investor. I'm just going to leave y'all out of this. You got the guppy. Then over here, you got the whale. Everybody know in any cartoon or any picture, we paint a picture, the whale can eat the guppy. You don't see the guppy eating the whale. Whales are people that got money, bank, whatever you want to call it. They want us to be scared right now. They want us to be worried right now and sell. And the more we sell, supply and demand, the more we sell, the more the price is going to go down. And we're going to think we losing money. And Rod over here shaking like a leaf on a tree because all his little money going away. He ain't had that much to start with. Meanwhile, the guppy over here just flapping his little fin, and the whale over here smiling because the prey is doing exactly what the whale wanted to do. Sell, drive that price down, and the whales are going to buy low and watch it rise to the top. Man, it's not rocket science. I ain't learned this in school. It's just like if you go to the store and they got a loaf of bread and it's about to expire, they going to drop the price. Come on, they ain't going to try to sell it at $4 a loaf and it's expiring tomorrow. They're going to try to sell it at $2 a loaf so they can make some of their money. You don't need a degree to learn this, but I need people to start thinking so we don't get caught up in the hoopla of the painting, I'm gonna tell you, when you go do that sip and paint and they bring that whole bucket of colors out there, no, I don't want all them colors. Just give me like red, black, and green or something. I'll figure it out with that. Everything's all complicated and convoluted. So we can sit here and be worried. Meanwhile, everything, all the people that ain't worried, just buying it up. I'm gonna show y'all something. Right now, I got 15 cents to spend in my Robinhood account. Why? Because I've been spending it all buying up stuff. I've been having Black Friday sales since November, since the stock market been down, since the crypto market been down. I have been having a sale, a Black Friday sale. I ain't got to get up. I ain't got to go nowhere. I ain't got to log in. Well, I do. I had to log in to Robinhood, but I'm just been dollar cost averaging. What is that? Regular intervals, which for me was every day, a set amount. I don't care what the price is up. I don't care if it's down because I'm averaging into my investment. And when all this, the dust is gone and the smoke is gone and the screen is gone, I might not be a whale, but I ain't gonna be no guppy either. I'm gonna be a catfish or something, be somewhere in the middle. But what's gonna happen? Somebody ain't gonna be watching Investing with Rod. They're gonna be over here saying, man, I wish I would have kept my money. How many times have you said, how many times have we heard, oh man, we see XRP go up to $3. Oh, I wish I'd have bought it when it was $2. I wish I'd have bought it when but no, when it was $2, everybody was scared. And now it's up to $3. I should have. It ain't even in the dictionary. It might be now, I don't know, but shoulda is really not a word. So let's get that out of our vocabulary. Hey, quit saying I shoulda. Just do it. Be like that company. Notice I got another company. A lot of people call this that company with the cat. For me, it's stand up, picking up money always. That's why you see me with this little cat on all the time. Picking up money always. I'll let y'all figure out the company's name. Just take these letters and spell it out. Now I'm gonna share my screen here, man. I'm tired I want y'all to see what I'm talking about here. All right, don't get caught up in the hoopla of numbers and all that. And keep in mind, for the others you just coming in, we're gonna be picking some stocks. And probably Sunday, Friday. No, I'm gonna do it Sunday. Sunday, hey, I wasn't kidding. No, that's how much. I don't even think I got I got $1. No, I ain't even got $1. I don't know how much money I got. How much money I got up in this thing? I do. I got 15 cents, y'all. I can't buy nothing. I can't buy nothing here for 15 cents. I'm surprised they let me log on. But anyway, this is not how much I have in my account. This is how much I have to spend. Now let's just look at some. Let's see how much money did I lose last week. Not really nothing. I lost 0.5 cents. This is out of $2,000. So this is an average person just starting out, got about $2,400. I ain't gonna get too far. I just wanted to see. I was curious. I ain't even looked at it all week. I don't look at how much I lose. I don't even really look at how much I make. I look at individual stuff to see look for opportunity. Look at all the red, man, it's blood in the streets. It's time to eat. I want y'all to say that if it's blood in the street, if you see all that red, don't get scared. Don't not sleep tonight and set your alarm and wake up every hour because you can't wait till the stock market opens so you can start selling. No. And this is crypto. This is everything I got in crypto is red. Going down. I mean, I feel like Nelly. Look at it, all that red. I'm smiling doing a live stream, and my money appears to be walking out the door. But you know what, man? Patience equals prosperity. Patience equals prosperity. You got to be, I know when you hear this cliche, patience is a virtue, and you got to be patient. Be patient. I'm serious with this. If you look at this every day, you might well go and get you a good PCP because you're going to be visiting in a couple of years. You can't look at this every day. You're going to drive yourself nuts. Now, I'm going to pull up Bitcoin. We're going to start with Bitcoin. Now, before I started this live, Bitcoin was at 90,000. It went out $800 just me sitting here. Look at that. I'm just losing money. No, I'm not losing money. I want y'all to think about this. This chart will tell the average person, man, I'm losing money. This chart tell Rod, I'm gaining an opportunity. This is an opportunity for me to buy low, and then I'm going to slang it high. If you ain't never sold newspapers or honey buns, classes in session, you got to be done sold something. So we're going to go back, to this year. We're going to look at it here. And right here, I told y'all, October 6th, 124,000. Man, I don't write this stuff down. I just know how my money is moving. I don't know how all of it's moving, but I know how the main stuff is moving. The stuff I got my eyes on and all that. 124,000. Where is it at today? Boy, this is why you want to diversify. I believe in it. Don't keep all your eggs in one bag. I don't believe in no Easter bunnies, though. But look at this, y'all. They're way down here now, boy. Now, that's enough to make you cry. I ain't gonna lie, boy. But if I only had $100 and the coin is 124,000, I can't get as much if I can get. This is a sale. This is no different than going wherever you go, Amazon, Macy's. They talking about they got. Let's see what the deal is. What's the deal? Minus 10%. So they got 10% off from where it was from up there to down there. That way I look at it, it might be 10% today. I don't know. No, in the last year it's down 10%. All right, they got a sale. Now, people are probably saying, Rob, we don't have the money you have. I ain't got no money. I'm broke too. I'm not fortunate. I'm trying to get to financial freedom. But I tell you what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to wish I get there. I'm not going to hope I get there. I'm going to do something to get there. Why do you think I say shoot for the moon? If you don't make it, you'll be amongst the stars. I'm going to at least try. If I don't make it, I try. And my mom always said, hey, as long as you try, I can't say nothing else. So there's Bitcoin. Let's look at the XRP. Now, what I'm going to do is go up here. I'm going to be typing the symbol. Let me make sure y'all seeing what I'm seeing. Y'all did a whole video the other day, 16 minutes. And boy, I'm here to tell you, man. I recorded just me. I ain't shared no screen. So here's XRP. Look at it. It's doing the same thing. What Bitcoin do, Bitcoin like the head. The tail will follow. Look at that. $2.03. Watch this here. I'm going to go out a year, just like I did the last one. Here we go. Here it is. July. It was $3.55. Boy, people were buying like crazy. That's why it went down. You see this here right here? Y'all see this here? It was high right here. And then let me see if I can get over there. Right. It kept going down from right here. It just kept because people kept selling. They was hoping they'd go back up, but then they just kept getting scared. But I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go out 5 years. That's where I bought it at, right there. 27 cents. I'm going to tell you why I bought it. Everybody else was talking about it. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Everybody else was talking about it. I said, yeah, man, I might miss out. I had a little FOMO. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I had some FOMO. I ain't know nothing about no. I didn't even know what it was. I knew it was some crypto. But I started researching because if I put my money in something other than a cheeseburger or a honey bun, which I'm just about to eat and it's going to be gone anyway, if I'm putting my money in something, I want to know what's going on with it. Then I found out it was some little court thing going on. And everybody believed XRP was going to win. And then some kind of way they dropped the case. Well, this is when all it was going on. And then the case got dropped and bam, I'm at 50 cents. And it just went up. Look at that, man. 260. Last time I checked, if I got 50 cents, it go to 260. That's 5 times my money. I got 1,000. Now I got 5,000. And then people started buying here. Then it went down again. You notice how when it peaked, it go down. That's called everybody started selling. They was taking profits. Let's take some profit. We up here, so they took a little profit. People started buying in, went up. Look at that. Look at that, man. But I want to type up another XRP. I'm going to see if it'll show me that. Now, I want to scroll down here. Y'all see this right here? Notice it's got crypto. I can't make, well, yeah, I probably can, but I don't want to do it and mess it up. And then if I go here, it's got stocks. It's got an XRP up here, the XRP down here. Somebody would get confused and just log all the way out of Robinhood and say, man, I ain't messing with this. But look what it says, Bitwise XRP ETF, XRP crypto. Now, this don't make much sense. I did it anyway because I got to figure out what they doing. And I'm going to do what they do until I figure it out. If XRP, the actual crypto, is $2.02, watch the price of this XRP ETF. Why is it $22? The ETF, am I getting a bunch of Bitcoin, this XRP, am I getting a bunch of it in this one ETF, like a bunch of different coins? It doesn't say. That's in my memory bank to wonder and keep an eye on it. But I'm going to tell you what I think going to happen. This is just my thought. And this ain't no degree stuff. This is just my thought. When that XRP start going up, and it's already a proven theory, it's going to start going up. It's going to keep going up. We're going to go out to a year. It's going to keep it. They just did it. They just got it a couple of months ago. Look what they did the first day. Shoo. Everybody bought it. It just dropped it like it's hot. And I wasn't in that part. I think I bought it probably right here. But maybe, I think it was the first day, maybe that night. So maybe I think I caught it when it was going back up, when the elevator was going up. Thank goodness. But I don't care. I don't care what elevator going. I'm gonna get off when it go up. I'm gonna be that dude just riding up and down, up and down. Yeah, anybody ever went out to an occasion, whatever that was, a gathering, and you saw somebody else? It wasn't you. You saw somebody just on the elevator, and because they were lit. I'm just gonna ride the elevator up and down. But 22 versus 2, I'm gonna buy more XRP than I am this. But I heard, I don't know how credible it was, but I heard, y'all, I'm trying to drink this coffee. It's taking 2 years. I heard a dude say, not me, but if anybody have one XRP, you're going to be set for life. I'm not buying that. But I'm going to go ahead and type up the Bitcoin ETF, and I want to show y'all something. No, that's not the BT. Notice I'm not typing out. Everything is simple. Why? It's just because most times I'm doing this on my phone and I'm moving fast. It says $77. I'm going to go out to a year. I want to say I bought it right here. Probably about, no, it had just started. So it was probably about right there. I'm going to be honest. I probably bought it about 93, somewhere between 84 and 93. And then it went down, and it's been playing this little game. But look where it went. Look what it did at its peak. If I bought it at 93, and that's $14 a share, $20 a share is what it's saying. Then now it's going down. It's going to do what Bitcoin is doing. But I know, and I want y'all to understand, there's only 21 million Bitcoin that's going to be mined. They've already mined about 19 million. It's about a little over 2 million left. Supply and demand. If you don't understand or never learn that, if there's a higher demand than there is a supply, they can raise the prices because you got a demand. More people want than what we have in supply. And that's what's going to happen with Bitcoin. I saw an article, and I did believe this. I don't know how true it is. I'm only telling you what I saw. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Do your own research. But supposedly there's this financial institution. I'm not going to even name the company, the bank. But they're telling their wealth advisors are telling their wealthiest clients to at least have 4% digital currency or crypto in their portfolios. I'm not wealthy. I do have a wealth management account. I guess that's just the name of it because I'm not wealthy at all. But I don't know if y'all have ever heard the saying, even though I'm not wealthy, I'm going to move like the wealthy. If I'm not wealthy, it makes no sense to move like the people that may not even care if they get a job. That doesn't make sense. I'm going to move in a direction of where I want to be. I don't want to be like the Joneses, but I'm going to move in the direction of where the Joneses are standing. Hopefully that makes sense to everybody. I don't want to be them. I just want to be where they're standing and still be right. I don't need to be the Joneses. So do I run out and do everything everybody do as far as investing? No. I'm going to do my own research, but some of it, I don't have to do research. I mean, the whole world, if the whole world is talking about something, what they say, if it quack like a duck, it look like a duck, it's probably a duck. If the whole world talking about XRP, it's got to be about to do something. Everybody ain't talking about it going down. That's just the worry situation. That's where the worry factor come in, the fear factor. We get nervous, we get scared, we start making rational decisions. Let me look in these comments and see if we have any questions. And I'm going to go back and pick some of my stocks. So, no, I don't. What's up, Growing What I Eat? What's up, Insomniac? And I did reach out. Well, actually, let me see. He may have hit me. I may have a special guest coming up and joining us. Like I said, I'm going to keep this right around an hour. So I need y'all to think about some stocks. And I already have my list of stocks. But I do want to go over one thing. Let me see here. No, he didn't respond yet. What we're witnessing, y'all, is a wealth transfer. What is a wealth transfer? A wealth transfer is when you have money, you have assets, money, investments, businesses, property that is passed down from one generation, not one person, from one generation to the next. Right now, we're smack dab in the middle of a wealth transfer. And I want people, let me bring myself up here and then I'll come back to the screen. I want people to think about this wealth transfer. And I'm going to go through these one by one of how they do it. They do it via inheritance. Gifts. I ain't talking about no Christmas gifts. I'm talking about gifting large sums of money. This is how this wealth is transferred. Estate planning. Now, I can ask myself, and I'm going to ask everybody, and I'm going to be honest with myself. Out of these three, I have one. That's 33%. If I was in school, that's an F. The teacher said, hey, you got a 33% on your term paper. That's an F all day. I'm going to get a little deeper. I want people. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what you look like. I want people to start thinking, why don't I have these? How can they do it and I can't? Why have they done it and I haven't? That's the real question. It's not that they can and you can't. Why did they do it? And a lot of people say, well, they already had money. It's a whole lot of people that have money that wasn't given money, that didn't receive an inheritance. PAV at small risk. Okay, cool. Who is it that saves? Oh, yeah. Hey, okay, appreciate it. Save Martin, or whatever. Just make sure whatever you do, man, do me a favor, sir, man, please. I mean, if you're talking about a suggestion of investment, but if you're selling something, please, no soliciting here. And please, somebody keep an eye on that. All right, moving right along. So now I keep hearing this year, 2035. I ain't talking about nothing crazy. I ain't talking about none of this Astrodamus or whatever his name, Nostradamus or whatever. I'm talking about a whole lot of financial stuff is supposed to happen in 2035. Will it? I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. I can't see the future. But just in case it does, I want to be ready. I don't know what they're talking about. Wealth transfer. If you got 0.1 of a Bitcoin in 2035, you're going to be a millionaire. If you got one XRP in this year, you might be set for life. None of this may ever happen. But I'm not going to be that person that said, oh, that would never happen. And then it happened. And then I'm sitting over here looking silly when I had an opportunity. Right now, I guarantee you, any one of us in the live, myself, any one of us, if we sit down and look at the money we spend let's just say on a yearly basis and give ourselves 2 years. Now, I wouldn't give myself too long because it's not going to be at the prices it's at now. If you need 0.1 of a Bitcoin and it's roughly trading at $90,000, you only need $9,000. I know, Rod, you're saying only like the $9,000 just falling out of trees. No. But I know from what I spend that this $3.34 of coffee, if I 365 days don't buy that and drink some water somewhere that's free at the water fountain at work or somewhere at school, wherever I'm going, I know I already got 1,000 just from the coffee situation. Multiply it, 334 down to 365. It's going to be over 1,000, probably right at 1,000. We'll say we can't, but we can't really equate to we don't want to. Let's be real, y'all, man. I'm a realist. We can't equate to we don't want to. And we is me. I can't go without my coffee. Guess what I did today? I'm being super transparent. I bought this coffee late last night. I might get sick. I don't know. I didn't buy it today. But that 334, as soon as this live is over, I'm going to transfer that to Coinbase, Robinhood, somewhere where I can put some money up. I'm not going to say, can I go buy some shoes? Can I go buy another hat? Can I go buy another picking my money up always jacket. I don't care about nothing. I got one. I got a hat, I got a jacket. Let me start socking away and stacking money for when, when I may need something. Like, I'm gonna go back to this inheritance, gifts, and estate planning. And I want to ask a question for anybody that's here now and the people that's watching the replay. How can we have a transfer of wealth? How can we even be involved in a transfer of wealth if we have to get a GoFundMe account to take care of business? I'm talking about, I ain't talking about no wealth transfer. I'm talking about we establish GoFundMe accounts for money. We're not trying to get wealthy. We're just getting that for money. Whether it's to lay someone to rest, y'all. And I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm here. I can't whisper it. Or whether it's to go to a party, or whether it's to do whatever you want to do. First thing you'll see is a GoFundMe account, and then in the same section of posts, Rod will see generational wealth. That boy, I almost cursed. That just don't even add up to me. How can I look at a post in a thread or whatever you call it, and I see GoFundMe and generational wealth in the same damn post? It don't even make sense. But this whole wealth transfer gonna pass a lot of us by, because now we're in the middle of it, and it's 2035, y'all. I ain't no mathematician, but that's giving us about 9 years, because 2025 is over, minus a couple weeks. We got 9, and then what we're gonna be doing in the next couple of weeks? We're gonna be spending money buying gifts for our loved ones. But if in January, I don't make no resolution. My resolution is every day. I try to just grind and make it every day. I have a resolution 365 days, and it doesn't have to be a verbal resolution. It could be a mental resolution. It could be a visual resolution. I may look at my account and not say a word to anybody and say, look at my phone. Man, I need to invest a little more money. Not say it out loud, put it in my mind, and then do it. And then keep doing it. I didn't have to write it down. I didn't have to announce it. I didn't have to put it on Facebook and Instagram to let the whole world know that I'm going to start some on January 1st just to quit on January 23rd. I don't have to do that, because I'm going to set goals every day. Maybe not every day. I'm at least do it at least half the year. And I will make one of my goals. I just did a short video, a clip from when Just Asking and I did our live. One of my goals is to be that go-to person in my family to give money away. Not to loan it. If something, I ain't talking about give it away. I ain't talking about, hey, I want to go to the Cowboys game and hey, call Uncle Rod. No, I'm talking about people that may have an emergency. We don't want to be creating no GoFundMe accounts. I'm not knocking the people that do, but we sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, I can't stress enough, we sometimes get so used to and so comfortable that we don't even try. I know I'm guilty of it. We get so comfortable with something that we accept it. We know it's not the best thing we can be doing. We know it's not sometimes it may not even be the right thing, but we accept it because it's what's comfortable. I can tell you, if you want to grow, do the uncomfortable. I want to put this in perspective. If you watch me, if you've never watched me, don't matter, because it's going to make sense either way. I joined the United States Navy in 1989. Y'all can do the math, whatever. September 5th, 1989, day after Labor Day. Never forget. I'm about to give a speech. Speaking of that, I'll probably do it at the end of this video. I'll do a moment of silence for the fallen soldiers in Pearl Harbor. Today is honoring December 7, 1941. But I joined the Navy and I couldn't even swim. And to this day, whatever the day is, I just said it, December 7, 2025, decades later, I still can't swim. But I could have been comfortable and said, I can't swim, so the Navy is out. And I had already X'd out the rest of them for various reasons. I only had the Navy left, so now I got to make a choice. Because my mama wasn't hearing none of this, none of them. Oh, you going to one of them? And then when I said I was going to go, she started crying because she didn't believe me, I guess. I don't know what the game was. But on the real, man, I did something that was extremely uncomfortable. I went to Great Lakes, Illinois, and got on a 10-foot diving board and stepped into 12 foot of water and couldn't swim a lick. But you know, in the midst of that whole scenario, again, I'm going to say, a 10-foot diving board, you didn't jump. You crossed your, I didn't even know how to get back up to the top of the water. I just stepped in. But what I did prior to it was I paid attention to what happened to everyone else prior to me that couldn't swim. Are y'all following along? Instead of getting comfortable and accepting what was there, I did something that was uncomfortable and I paid attention and got knowledgeable. So when it was my turn to get up there, I was going to be just like them. I was going to get fished out the little pool, 10-foot diving board, 12 feet of water. I had a cut on my arm for the longest. I think it finally got back to the regular look. I cut my arm. I'm bleeding. Man, I look like a casualty of war. All I did was step in the pool. I promise you, man. I spent 17 extra days in boot camp after all my class graduated. Well, except the other 5 people that couldn't swim. And it was 75, 80 of us. And I finally made it. I finally was able to swim. Now, let me quit lying. I was finally able to float for 5 minutes. And they were so sick of me, they just said, hey, man, we're going to let you leave. You good. They can worry about you when you get to the ship. Now, I got over that hurdle. And when I got to the ship, it was even worse because this wasn't no 12 feet of water. This was 12,000 feet of water. I went out to the ocean. I was like, Lord, have mercy. If I fall over there, okay, I bet you can swim. You might not make it back. That's why they wanted you to float. So for 20 years, if I was on the ship, eventually I did because I got smarter. But I'd say for about a year and a half, I didn't get close to the edge of the ship. If I do fall, I'm going to fall in the middle. I'm going to fall on the ground, and I'm going to have so many feet before I get to the edge. I would not be a retired senior chief from the United States Navy right now. I would not be, and for those of you to know, that's an E8. You only go to E9. I would not be getting a check the rest of my life. I would have not served my country. I would have not met friends that I still have today. I would not have the knowledge that I have now because the Navy paid for my education. I'm not going to say I wouldn't have it all. I wouldn't have a degree. Had I let uncertainty and fear hold me back, or a lack of knowledge. As I stood on that diving board, ladies and gentlemen, and watched all these people step into the water, I noticed the same thing happen. It was the same end result. There was a person in the water that swam to him, and there was a person outside of the pool that stuck a pole in. The person that swam to him made sure they grabbed the pole. They pulled him out. They got him out the water. They sat in the bleachers, and they were still alive. As long as they were still alive, I could do it. I just, all right, I'll step in here. And all I did was turn in a circle because I didn't know you were supposed to cup your hands. I had my hand like this. I'm just flapping around like a little bird in the water, man. And this really happened. But what if we let our fear, our insecurities stop us from progressing? Right now, it's people that's not even investing because they've lost money. I can't tell you what to do. I'm just telling you my journey. I still invest because I believe in what I'm investing in. I'm not going to invest in the next best thing. I'm not going to invest in the concrete company because they got the concrete that only weigh a tenth of what the real concrete would. I'm not doing that. I'm going to invest in what's working. What's working right now? Uber is working. Thanks, who I love is motivate. Welcome in. Please hit the like button. Uber is working. They got cars that's going to be driving themselves. They got people signing up every day. Uber Eats and Uber. It is so wild. I'm hearing you don't even make money at Uber, but people still signing up. And they're going to have more people sign up as AI continues to move in. I believe in Google. Why? I'm on Google right now on YouTube talking to y'all. I had to Google some of the stuff I'm talking about to y'all. YouTube is owned by Google. I believe it. I don't think it's going nowhere. It's public knowledge. They made over $10 billion in the third quarter alone of 2025. $10 billion in one quarter. I believe. I'm about to say I believe I can fly, but I ain't gonna say that. But real talk, man. I'm not going to invest in nothing I ain't never heard of. Even if I heard of it, if it don't look like I was investing in McDonald's. I don't understand how they selling $1 million. They had the nerve when I was a little boy to have a sign. They don't really do it now. They just said billion served. But when I was a little boy, there was a person like at the gas station when they changed the private person in Arkansas. They used to go out there and change it like every week, every 2 weeks, and to change the number. 1,513,000 hamburgers sold. Well, if they selling that many hamburgers, why we ain't making no money? If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. And I don't say that just to be sounding like I'm making a hip hop song. I believe that. If it don't make money, it don't make no sense to me. And I ain't talking about sense and money and all that old little cool stuff. If it don't make any common sense and I ain't making no money, I'm out. How can I be in if I'm semi-retired and all I'm doing is YouTube? I gotta hold on to every dollar I can. And I don't care right now if you're working on the 19th floor of the top 500 company in America. Hold on. Because it's it's just like a storm. It could be there today and gone tomorrow. You gotta let y'all read between the lines. But on the real, man, and I'm about to pull this screen back up so we can get out of here in about 15 minutes. But people are so worried. And I'm not telling you don't worry about your money. We work hard for our money. But I want to put this on your mind. We work hard for our money. I worked from like 14 or 15 till 50, whatever I was, nonstop. 20 years in the Navy, 12 years in the car business, a couple years at Walmart before they put grocery stores inside of when it was just Walmart, not the super Walmart. I worked at the traditional Walmart. But I knew and I felt like, and it was nowhere where it is now. If I didn't make a move, I was going to work the rest of my life. It was no sugarcoating. I was going to work the rest of my life. And I'm not talking about 55 and 65 and 67 and a half. I just posted on Instagram and Facebook the other day. There are 500 million or something like that people, 50 million or whatever it was. It was in the millions. People over 80 years old that are still working. Damn. I mean, if you've worked all your life, I don't care if you did work with your hands or work with your mind, work with your ears, you've worked for all this time. Everybody deserves a break. And I'm talking about, if you ain't retired at 80, when you gonna retire? Is it never? I mean, a lot of people retire at 55 to 65 and can't even enjoy retirement because they've worked so hard. And by the time they get to that number, they're tired. They got all these little acronyms: financial independence, retire early. I don't care about all the cool sayings. I can make up one right now because the Navy was full of acronyms. Let me see if I can come up with one. I'm gonna call it the red W. Retire early and don't work. That's all. I don't care about no. Financial freedom. I want to be able to do whatever I want to do, when I want to do it, how I want to do it. I don't even take round trip flights no more because I don't know when I'm coming back. I ain't flew alone. I flew one time at 25. Didn't even remember that. Why do I do that? Because I have the freedom to come back whenever the heck I want. Because in case y'all don't know, the Points Blank Network is mobile, baby. I can be. We everywhere. We ain't got no office. We ain't got no address. We at 123 Anywhere Street, like they be putting on the credit card application. That's what we are for real. Anywhere I want to be. If I want to be in Phoenix, if I want to be in Mississippi, if I want to be in Arkansas, Dallas, New York, wherever. Starbucks with my cable, my internet went down. I went up there. I went to a hotel over there on the other side of where I live and went live a couple years ago because the power went out. Freedom. I don't have to be clocking in. I don't have to worry about nobody saying, Rod, you can't take vacation. But I earned that. We all earn that. You got people right today that been in job 40 years and they still don't have the freedom to take vacation when they want to. I ain't telling everybody go quit your job tomorrow because I can't help you. I'm telling you, I can't do enough videos to help you if you go quit your job tomorrow. But establish a plan. I'm not saying to quit your job, but guess what, ladies and gentlemen? One day you may be forced to quit. And if you're put in that situation, will you be ready? All right, let's pick these stocks and get ready to get out of here. Man, must be talking too much. Well, the last time I checked, though, coffee wasn't a thirst quencher, so that's probably the problem right there. All right, I'm going to pull up this here and share the screen. That's probably the problem. Let me share this screen here. We're going to get ready to raise up. Y'all got any question, man? Y'all quiet. Maybe y'all listening. That's a good thing, though. All right, so I'm going to hit this little. I'm on Robinhood. I'm going back to the home screen. I'm going to hit this little feather. I could hit the back button, but I don't know where it's going to take me. But see that little feather right here? I'm going to hit that. It's going to take me back. Now, I want to tell y'all a secret. If the feather is red, that means we down. If it's green, it means we're making money. Simple stuff, y'all. They try to make investing sound hard, but y'all going to be surprised how elementary this stuff is. If the screen is black, the market is closed. If the screen is white, the market is open. Black is Sunday. 5 o'clock when it's dark, it's closed. All right. Moving over here. Oh, man, I can win some gold. I'm Robinhood Gold. They tell me I can win some gold. I ain't falling for that. Not right now. I want to, though, man. See, it's calling me. But look, remember it was all red. That's how quick crypto moved. Remember when I started, if y'all was here, it was all red. Look at that. Bitcoin, what is it doing? It's going back up. That's why I don't watch this all day, every day. Man, you would go nuts. Ethereum going back up. Sui going back up. And Bitcoin Cash going back up. Well, right, how do you know these? Just years of practice. When you moving money, and look at all these events. When you moving money sometimes as quick as I do, I ain't got time to be typing out no Bitcoin. I ain't got time to type out Cardano and Dogecoin. I'm knowing symbols. So I'm going to go ahead and pick my 3 stocks. The last one I'm going to have to be, and y'all, I ain't trying to pick no winners. I'm just going to pick 3. I'm going to tell y'all what they are before I even look at them. I got Robinhood, Well Tower, and I'm going to break them down and tell y'all, everybody know Robinhood. You don't know, probably don't know Well Tower, and either Meta or Walmart. And then I'm going to pick ETF, one ETF. And then we're going to check next Sunday to see how we did. Now, I got them wrote down. I only wrote them down so I can remember. You know, I might know all these numbers, but I do forget a lot of stuff. So, but I want to look at something. Now, I ain't looked at this. Well, actually, I did earlier. I didn't go individually, but I'm going to scroll down here. These are all ETFs and stocks. These are ETFs and stocks that I own, not that are just here. So we got 2 red. I'm not going to do it like that, but 2 red, cup of red. A good mix of red and green. Look like a good old Christmas tree. Now this, if I was about to retire, take a trip or cash out or needed some money, I would probably be semi-happy. But right now that I ain't about to do none of that, I ain't too excited. Believe it or not, with all this green, because I want to buy when it's red. Buy low, sell high, baby. When it's red, blood in the street, it's time for Rod to eat. I'm going to buy some groceries, make some groceries, whatever they be saying. So we're going to pull up the first one. What was it? Robinhood. So I'm going to do the simple. I want y'all to follow me here. I could type Robinhood, but I'm going to type Hood. That's the symbol, H-O-O-D. See how it pop up? I type Hood right here, Robinhood Markets. And I bet it should be red. I don't know. I didn't look at this part. Oh, it's red. That's good, though. That's good. That means, y'all, we're going to see how we do now. We're doing this together. If y'all don't do it, I'll pick the other 2 myself. I got 1, 2, 3 stocks, 1 ETF, and maybe 1 crypto. All right. And now my crypto, I'm going to tell you, I ain't going to pick Bitcoin. I'm going to make this fun. So what has Robinhood been doing? On Friday, it'll say today, Friday, it was down 3.74%. In the last week, I'm not going to even do that. Last week is up 3.62, 1 month. We're going to come over here to year to date. What has it been doing year to date? Up. Oh, y'all, I'm about to make this big. Boy, I got to make this big. I don't care. If I run the live, I'll be back. Y'all just bear with me. But I want y'all to see this for the people that can't see like me. Y'all see that? In 1 week. Hold on. Oh man, y'all, I've been doing this. I'm glad I got a text. I've been doing this whole time. I wasn't even sharing the screen. I'm glad I got that text, y'all. But anyway, I'm so sorry about that. Sometimes I get excited. I did half a mile of talking, y'all. All right, so right here, let me break this down. Let me make this a little small. Hey, thanks for that text, by the way. All right, so Robinhood. I'm gonna go do this part again just because I said it. So to do Robinhood, I just type in the symbol. It's gonna say Robinhood Markets right here. I could type all that, but I like I said, I move with my phone. And again, I apologize for the screen. This screen sharing drives me nuts. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and click. It's gonna take me back here. It's currently trading at $131.95. Y'all, I got it right here. In the last year, it is up 200 year to date this year, not last year. This year alone is up 242%. I didn't even know that. So 240, so that's 100% double my money, tripling my money. Man, that's a lot. All right, so I got Robinhood. That's the first one. Next one we're gonna look at. Next one, I'm gonna do. I want to go Meta, but I kind of want to go Walmart. So we might do this together. We might make it. So the next one I say is Welltower. Nobody's really heard it. Anybody want to guess what Welltower is? I don't even know why I'm asking because the company's been kind of slow. Welltower is trading at $204.31. But before we get out there, let's see what it is, man. Welltower, I'm right here. I don't want to highlight because it'll make it blue and hard to read. Welltower Inc. is a healthcare infrastructure company which engages keywords. That's all I needed to see because I'm one of them. Seniors housing operations, post-acute providers and health systems to fund the real estate infrastructure. I don't even care about all this other stuff. I can. If you want to read it, independent living, supportive living in Canada, all that good stuff, the triple net, I don't care about all that. It's two places that you're going to need, man. You're going to need, well, nowadays, I mean, maybe not back in the day, you're going to need hospitals to birth humans. And there's a high possibility you may need a senior care facility for our elders. This is not going anywhere. Look at this, y'all. This company been around since 1970. 1970, a year after I was born. It ain't going nowhere. 685 employees. I don't know what they're doing, but they ain't paying a lot of people, so I'm cool with that too. Got a little dividend going here, 1.3%. I'm not too worried about the dividend. 52-week high is 209, 52-week low is 123. I may not make a lot more money. I may not have much room to grow. What are the analysts saying? Let's see if the analysts are saying anything. Look at this. I ain't know this. I'm just going with what I just a little bit of common sense. You McDonald's, whatever they had going on, that makes sense. But you got to have healthcare, senior living places. You don't have to, but they're everywhere now. You got 22 people, but 86% of those 22 people said buy. 9% saying hold. 4% saying sell. Well, I really don't never listen to none of these people. I just like to see what they talking about. And right now, me and the people I don't listen to agree. All right, so we agree. I don't listen to them though. I mean, it's just 22 people out of how many billions are in the country. So in the year to date, let's just see where it is year to date. Look at another winner, man. Another winner, chicken dinner, baby. I might well go to KFC or somewhere. What another place? I don't like churches. Popeye. Excuse me, y'all. My eye should be rubbing it like a 6-year-old. All right, 62%. We're doing good. Well, we're going to go ahead and do our ETF. And I'm going to still notice I still got to choose between Walmart and Meta. And then I'm going to see if y'all picked anything. I want to know what, now, if y'all might help me. If one of y'all pick Meta, then we're going to just go with that. Next one I'm going to pick is SCHG. The Schwab US Large Cap Growth ETF. Now, y'all probably say, well, Rod didn't pick any NVIDIAs. He didn't pick any Microsofts. He didn't pick any Googles. He didn't pick no Teslas. Now you're about to see why. So when I click this is going to be about $31, $32, $33. Ooh, made some money. All right. Year to date, it may or may not be up. I don't know. 17%. I'll take it. Still not. It's not over 20. It's not doing what I wanted to do. But hey, I already picked it now, so it better do something. And we only got, even if I hit a year, it's only a couple weeks left, so that's not going to matter too much. Let's scroll down here. It's been around since 2009, 16 years, 197 different holdings. This is how many stocks it has. The category is large growth. I can tell you right now, your growth ETFs would not have a high dividend. This dividend is like 3 to 4 cents per share for every $30 that you have, $33. Now, what's in this fund? I'm not going to get into the sectors. I want to see what's in it. I don't care about the sectors right now. All right, let's see. It's a growth fund. 57.78% of the total assets make up the top 10 holdings. So 42% is the other 187 holdings. So they banking on these 10. Let's see what we got here. Got a little NVIDIA, got a little Apple, a little Microsoft, a little Broadcom, Amazon, Tesla, Alphabet Class A and C, which is the same company, just different voting rights for Google, Meta Platforms, Eli Lilly. I don't need to buy none of these. That's why I ain't buy them individually. It's one step ahead in the process. I'm just going to get it all in one big basket, call it ETF. Now, what is the expense ratio? How much is it costing me to have this thing? I think it should be down here. 0.04, that's pretty good. Once it get to 0.1, I kind of look at it. I really don't worry about the expense ratio. That's just me. Some people do, some people don't. To me, that's just fractions of what I believe I'm going to make. 52-week low is $21.37. 52-week high, this one's pretty close, $33.74. But I used to go by this when I invested, when I really didn't know what I was doing. But it's way, if it was that easy, everybody makes some money. So I finally learned after losing some money. It's not going to be any analysts in this. All right, let me go to these comments, man. I'm still mad that my thing said we can't. And then it was right here. I wasn't even in the comment. We can't see the screen. Hey, thank you. Sorry about that, y'all. All right, so y'all still ain't putting no star. I guess I'm gonna have to pick it myself, man. Y'all ain't no fun. What kind of class is this? Y'all ain't even participating. I'm gonna have to deduct 5% of your grade. I'm just kidding, man. So let me go ahead and pick a crypto. I'm just gonna. So I'm gonna pick Walmart. I already got Meta covered. We'll look at Walmart and we're gonna look at a crypto. So y'all next week, y'all need to be ready with a stock if y'all right here. So we got Hood, Well, WMT for Walmart, SEHG, and I gotta pick a crypto. So let's look at this real quick. Let me go back in here, go over here, and I'm gonna type WMT for Walmart. That's the symbol, WMT. Right here. Should be about 115. Yep, $115 a share. Look where it was. 830. No, that ain't what I want to be. I want to go year to date. So this is look like the lowest point. So back in April, it was $81. And guess what? Right when I saw it start to go back up is when I got in pretty heavy. Not here, but in my other brokerage accounts. Y'all keep in mind, this account here is really for the YouTube channel. But in my other brokerage accounts, in Fidelity and JP Morgan Chase and SoFi, I went pretty heavy with Walmart. And it paid off because I went from 89, now I'm up to 115. And what made me really get into it was Walmart is another tricky place. They could be making all kind of money. And people really, they don't see a big profit. Now, their dividend is about 23 cents per share. Not one of my best, but hey, I'll take any dividend. But when I was moving and went in there, on 2 different trips, and I had heard this prior too, but again, I hear a lot of stuff as I'm watching different content creators, listening to different sources about investing. But I heard that it could be some price increases. And I said, maybe not, I don't know. But I witnessed it. Matter of fact, it caused me to buy 2 different pillows because I bought one pillow, and then when I went back to get the second pillow, it had went up and it wasn't on sale. So I said, And year to date, I'm up 28%. Year to date. part of the quarter horse club. It's over 25%. Man, you make 25% on your money, you're doing good. Let's go to crypto. I'm going to do this a little different with the crypto. Let me make this back to the normal size. There it is, populate. So crypto. I'm not going to pick Bitcoin. I'm not going to pick Ethereum. That's too easy. I'm going to pick something that I really believe in. I'm not going to pick XRP. So Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP is out of it. But I'm going to buy something I really believe in. Obviously, I believe in all these. I wouldn't have them in here, but they all have specific purposes. SHIB, I can't figure out how to sell all of it. Cardano, I can't figure out how to get rid of the rest of it either. Dogecoin, I'm out on. Bitcoin Cash, I use as cash if I want to transfer crypto and spend some money at a regular place. The other ones I'm not going to go through. Now, my choices, I was thinking about Link. I thought about Sui. And I thought about Solana. And I'm going to go with Solana. And I'm going to tell y'all a couple different reasons. Spread this out back to a year. Solana, it does this all the time. Right here in January, it's at 261. Right now, it's at 131. That's 50%. Past year, it is down 50%. And then it went up a little bit, it went up, it's going down. I'm going to keep holding on because when all this shake out, Solana is crypto, but it's also got a network that you could transfer crypto on the Solana network. And it's one of the cheapest networks out there. Ethereum's pretty high. They're starting to come down on their fees, but Solana, I can make a crypto transfer, maybe pay less than 10 cents. So, but one of the reasons I like this, and I'm gonna try to see if it'll show me here. I know on your phone. Nah, it may not let me do it here. Well, you can do what they call staking. Staking, I talked about it before. I'm gonna make sure I don't see it. No, you can't. And maybe I didn't say, maybe it's in another account. But staking, and I do it in my other accounts where I leave the crypto. This is kind of where I move it around. But staking is basically when you take your crypto, and right now we have 3 Solana coins. Total value of $460. Now, that's why I say I don't really get caught up in what's going on here because this is the reality. So reality, I'm down 30%. But it's only $4, which don't really add up to me, but okay. I don't know how they got $4 is 30% of 400, but whatever. I ain't gonna argue with them if that's what they say, but that don't make sense. Anyway, looking at this, I can stake this and get 9%, up to 9% interest in my Uphold account or my Kraken account. So I'm not too worried about this 30 and this 44, whichever one. I'm gonna go with the 44. Because I'm still making 9%, and I'm still making 9% even when this go back up to 247 or 238. And when you're dealing with money, man, and I again, this channel is all about teaching people really how to invest with a little amount of money, but we may get a little deeper than just the bare foundation of the house. We may get up and start the kitchen and the bathroom and the second floor or second story, whatever you want to call it, because it's only so much we can talk about at the beginning stages, because money, ladies and gentlemen, is more complex than just taking it out and putting it in the bank. If you understand how money works, you can really make a lot of money, but you have to have the patience to do so. And there we are. We're at 1 hour and 9 minutes. Make sure I didn't miss anything. If y'all have any questions, this is the last call for comments. I done did like 10 minutes. No, not that long. Maybe 4 minutes where I wasn't sharing the screen. And so I got Walmart, Solana, Robinhood, Welltower, and SCHD. Y'all probably never heard of any of these Robinhood and Walmart. And next week, hopefully, people will come up with investments that they may think or they may like and put it in the comments. And we're just gonna watch it. And I want to get people now, everything I named, everything that I picked, I already own. I'm just gonna watch them for two reasons. Actually, in this case, really for one reason. Two reasons would be, am I going to increase my investments in them, or am I going to decrease my stake in the investment? And I can tell you right now, I've been doubling down on Robinhood. I've been doubling down on Walmart, SCHG, Well Tower, and Salon. So these aren't going anywhere. It's just, do I want to triple down? Do I need to say, looking at this, I think Robinhood we had 262% year to date. Does that mean I need to triple down just because it has 262? No, now I'm going to really research it because I need to look at the trend, because I may need to triple down on Walmart. I think really all of those were close to their 52-week high. SCHG was close. So I'm going to continue. I'm going to tell y'all the strategy I'm going to use. I'm just going to tell you right now. I'm going to keep my current setup for Robinhood, Walmart, SCHG, and Well, because they're close to that 52-week high. They may exceed it. I'm not going to stop, but I'm not going to increase the investment. But going back here, let me share the screen one more time. And I want to show y'all this, and we're going to raise up. If this is down 44%, and I believe in it, and I do it, I know it's not going anywhere, at a minimum, I got 44% just to recuperate, not thinking about, let's stretch this out to 5 years, not thinking about it being here and recuperating here or here, which is close to here. When it went down, it was here, went down. So if I could get here, which is about right here, and notice what it did. It kept going, dipped a little bit, kept going, and it's still a little bit lower than right here, but the low is right here. Look at what the low is. The low is right here, went a little lower here, and it's about to get right here again. I'm just looking at this chart. Does that mean the chart gonna go back up? Probably not, but I really believe, yes, it is. And what I'll probably do, the next time it do this little trickeration stuff it's got to go, next time it do this, and when I see it get here and probably get right here, I'm going to take some profit. I'm not going to sell it all, but I'm going to take some profit, meaning I'm going to, any money that I've, not any, probably 50% of my profit, 50 to 75% of the profit, not the investment, the profit, I'm going to take it and look for the next hitter, look for the next investment. I want y'all to, let me pull me back up here. I want y'all to stay tuned. I am going to be doing a, hey, what's going on, event, yo? Hey, Tanya, what's happening? Y'all still out and about traveling? I got to run some stuff by you. Hey, y'all, this is Event Yours, my co-host. Oh, speaking of which, man, this is my co-host on the Point Blank Experience. She has her own channel, Event Yours, where she talks about different spirits and cocktails and mocktails and all that good stuff. She is in the house. And we are separately nominated. I think they set us up. I was looking at it. We are separately nominated for several Meet and Eye Awards. And then our show, Live and Direct with T and Rod, is nominated for Best Collaboration Series. Investing with Rod is nominated for Best Unique Channel. And I will be posting all this on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook probably tonight. I may do the categories tonight, but the voting is going to start tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Eastern. There will be a link from my experience in the past, and I can't see it changing. You will have to vote for every category, and I can look at that or whatever. But I am going to be doing that. Okay. Oh, okay. Epic Universe. Now the star, that's the ship, right? Epic Universe. That down in Orlando somewhere. Man, y'all be moving. Last thing I saw, y'all was on a train. Y'all was on the Amtrak. You got me wanting to get on the Amtrak. You know, y'all. That's the last thing I saw. I can't keep up with people, but so man, what we talk about today? We talked about not being worried, man. We're guppies. I'm a guppy. Rod is a guppy in the world of investing, and right now, the guppies, most guppies are in fear because the market's going down, they're losing money. And if you think about the whole big picture of the economy, People really feel, or they may not have money to lose. I'm one of them. I don't have money to lose. But what's my slogan on this channel? Never invest a dollar you can't afford to lose. So everything I've invested, I'm not, that part of my life is not even included in the losing portion. It's not even included in that equation. Now, do I want to lose it? No, I don't care if it's included in the equation or not. I don't want to lose it because I still want to achieve financial freedom. But I'm not going to sit over here and lose years off my life from stressing and worrying about something. I can't control the total narrative, but I can control some of it. People say, well, I can't control what the market. No, you can't control what the market's going to do, but you can control how you move your money. If you start shaking like a leaf on a tree when you lose $1, I guarantee you, mark my word, go do an experiment. I've done it several times. You lose $1 and you get scared and you take your money out. And while your money is out and you scared, when you go look again, it not only did it get your $1 that you lost back, but it also made 5 to 10 to 15 other dollars. Just never invest $1 you can't afford to lose, and never invest more money than you're going to need to go back to. And what I mean by that, if you know you have $100, don't go and put 80 of it in an investment, and then you got to go back and take 70 and 80 out. Just put 10, 5, 10, 20 in there so you don't have to go back. Man, it's all simple, ladies and gentlemen. I know there are a lot of people out there that try to make this stuff hard. It's really not. It's just a little matter of thinking, a little bit of reading, a whole lot. If you don't like reading, you can watch content creators, not just Rod. There's several of them out there. Get different perspectives. Just like I diversify my investments, also do like I do it and diversify your knowledge. Don't just go by what I say. Listen to other people. We may have different ways of doing it and one common goal, but my way of doing it may not be your way of doing it. It has to be your strategy that works for you. And with that being said, man, I'm gonna get ready to raise up. If we don't have any questions, I want to thank everybody that came in, man. If you're worried about your money, I'm not gonna tell you don't worry. Just don't stress yourself out. Don't get sick over it, because the market has gone up and it's gone down. I read something the other day that said, if you plan on making it or not working, no, you're not going to be able to work and do it or save and do it. You have to invest or own a business. Coming up probably this week, maybe tomorrow, it's not going to be a live. It's going to be a recorded video. I'm going to do a video on a way that I've created my own business inside of my investment portfolio. I sometimes trick myself not to believe certain things, but I trick myself to put myself in a different mindset. And I'll just give you an example. I've created a real estate portfolio, and I don't even have the doorknob of a door. I'm just being honest, but I've created a real estate portfolio. Well, it's just like I got tenants and everything. I got tenants, I got people paying every month. Then I said, well, this was what they used to say at Staples when they had that little red button. That was easy. I said, well, let me try to see how many weeks can I get paid? And I think I've made it to every week and every month, I get a paycheck, a dividend paycheck with my real estate portfolio every month. So I got 4 tenants. It's a property that don't even exist. I'm just like Bitcoin. You can't see no Bitcoin. You can't see my property either. And ain't no people there. You can't even see the people because ain't no people. It's not really property. It is to a sense, but it's not no apartment or no house. But I've created a real estate portfolio. Y'all, this stuff here, I'm telling you, man, I have a passion for it because it's fun and I know how fun it can be. But the fun part of it is when you go somewhere and think you couldn't do something, you've saved and invested and now you can. I don't care if it's going to the Star of the Seas or the Star of Times Square or the Star of Miami or wherever you want to go, or the Cowboys game and watch them lose, or wherever you want to go. I mean, whatever you want to do. The Michael Jordan Museum, whenever they build one, they may already have one. You can do it. Worst thing I've ever experienced in my life is traveling. I'm going to say I was counting pennies, but we're going to make it sound a little more nicer. I was traveling on a budget. A bad, but I mean, I was pulling in places like Thailand with $200. Man, you could spend $200 in Thailand quickly. And that I didn't like that. I didn't like it at all. So anywhere I travel now, I created points and miles so I would have more money to spend. Y'all see how this work? Yeah, I got a job that made more money, but why use that money? I use that money to invest and then go find another way to travel. I ain't gonna use my money just because I'm making more money, but see the mindset. But remember when I was just talking about that path of least resistance, that we don't want to do what's uncomfortable. We want to do what's comfortable. What's comfortable is we get a extra money or an extra check or a bonus. We want to go spend it and have a good time. No, we don't want to sacrifice right now and invest it or invest some of it. There's not anything that I buy that costs over $250, $300, maybe $300 that I don't save for. If it's over $300, it ain't happening in one transaction unless it's a necessity, like a TV. And I went for years. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you, this is a true story, y'all. I saved cash back when I was on Points Money Travel, and I bought this wallet. Y'all see that Gucci? This wallet sit in drawer, many dresser drawers, one room to the next. I had this wallet 4 years before I just recently put it in my pocket, in my front pocket. I don't carry them in the back. But you know what that told me, man? It didn't say, "Ooh, Rod, you got a Gucci wallet." That told me I ain't need it. If it took me 4 years to use it, and I got mad, I almost threw the wallet out, but I was like, that'd have been super crazy. This wallet was about $500-$600, but I'm gonna tell y'all the stupid things that I do that now make me a little wiser. This $500 wallet that I bought 4 years ago that I really seriously just put in my pocket around my birthday time. How much money in return on my investment, dividends, interest, whatever I decided to do, could I have made on this Gucci money and then bought it when I really needed it? I ain't even need it. I just saw it and bought it. And I haven't seen another one like this. I don't even think they make it anymore, but I didn't need it. Let's start telling ourselves that, do I need this right now? Or can I take the money I have right now, make more money, go buy the Gucci wallet and still have some more money? I mean, that's how I think. I save for everything. People always, "Rod, you got this, you got that." Yeah, y'all don't know what I went through. "Rod, you got Rolex?" Yep. I rode in a raggedy car for a whole year to afford that Rolex because I didn't have to pay a car payment. Don't judge a book by its cover. You got to know all the pages in between. With that being said, y'all, I will be coming at you soon, dropping more heat, more fire, more knowledge, more importantly, showing you how to invest with a little amount of money out of your pocket. I'm not going to tell y'all don't worry, but don't be over worried. And if you are worried, instead of sitting back and watching the situation go all around you and your mind is in disarray, educate yourselves. It's not hard. Use this AI stuff. I was told by ChatGPT I was avoiding. Now I'm on there doing all kind of crazy. I ain't doing that much, but like stuff I would have to use my mind, I'm letting it do it. But I'm cross-referencing to make sure I like it. I'm not just going to go with that. Last thing I'll leave y'all with, don't worry about keeping up with the Joneses. Be the Joneses. With that being said, man, I hope y'all have a blessed and prosperous rest of your weekend. I think the Bears was playing the Packers. I'm trying to become a Bears fan. I'm trying to become any fan, but Dallas. I don't know, man. Every year, if you live in Dallas, you know what I'm talking about. But every year they talking about Dallas going to the Super Bowl. They don't even make it to the Pee Wee Bowl. But every year they go into the Super Bowl. I hope anybody from Dallas that's in here or watch this, man, y'all forgive me in advance. All right, y'all. With that being said, I hope y'all have a good one. I'm out of this joint. Again, we will be doing this every Sunday that I'm available, and it is called Sunday Stack Up. Today we were talking about let's ease your mind. Investors are worried about their stocks and crypto. With that being said, I will be seeing y'all soon. Much love. Peace, y'all. I will holla. And until the next time, let me see what we going out on today. I don't know. It ain't like I got that much, but we're going to go out on something interesting. If you haven't checked out the Points Bank Experience, it is a channel where I do trending topics and we talk to various people and do interviews. And these are some of the people we've had on the channel. Y'all have a good one. I will holler at y'all soon. Much love, y'all.